Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Jeff Review Show, and today I'm going to talk about the Deadpool movie. And long story short, if you just want to know, is it good or not? It's good. You should see it in theaters. I absolutely loved it, but hey, I'm a Deadpool fan to begin with, and man, am I so damn happy that this turned out to be not only accurate to the character, but fantastic. Now, first up, storyline is basically one part origin story, one part MacGuffin, one part romance. Without giving any of it away, it sort of uses the classic Deadpool breaking the fourth wall and back and forth to tie these threads together in a way that's not super linear, but works for the character, works for the movie as well. The visuals, the CG is sometimes lackluster. The big two parts where you're gonna be like, oh my god. First one is the intro, which is very clever. I'm not gonna spoil why it's clever, but it's very clever. The CG on it does suffer from it being a slow-mo shot. If you slow something down, people have more time to look at the detail and see what's wrong. So that suffers from that. And the second one is Colossus. Doesn't look great, absolutely sellable, doesn't ruin the movie at all, but I mean, shiny guy made of metal. There's kind of a lot of suspension of disbelief to have to go with that as a fan of X-Men and Deadpool, and I don't really care all much, but I could see how it could be something that really sticks out to just a moviegoer who isn't really invested in the comics. And while I was speaking of Colossus, he still sounds like a bad, dodgy Russian accent, but at this point, that's kind of true to form for the character. So I don't know if it's a good or a bad thing at this point. It simply is with Colossus. There's also just good fight choreography. In terms of gunplay and the actual fisticuffs, it worked really well. There was a lot of visual comedy to be had in the fights, a lot of gags as well, which really, really works for Deadpool. It would have suffered, let's say, it would have suffered if it didn't try to keep that Deadpool sense of whimsy throughout the fight scenes, but they kept it in there, they worked it in there, it worked really well. The sound design in the film was pretty damn good, actually, aside from Colossus's dodgy accent. The couple of pop tunes are very well placed and used spectacularly. The rest of it is, I would say, unremarkable, and that's not me having a dig at it. The only stuff that stood out were the use of like TLC and that. The rest of the sound design didn't stick out, and unfortunately for the guys that do that kind of thing, that means they done a fantastic job. If you're not going, oh well, this sounds terrible, or you're not focusing on one piece of the scoring over everything else, they've done a good job, and that's absolutely true with this film. Now, in the casting, Ryan Reynolds, god damn, is that man Deadpool. That man is Deadpool. If Deadpool was Deadpool, Deadpool is Ryan Reynolds. Ryan Reynolds is Deadpool. It fucking works. And together with Morena Baccarin, they really sold the opening story. Well, the opening story after the opening fight scene. Anyway, really sold it. The supporting cast was fantastic. There's a little, TJ Miller was, he was in it to a degree that normally I would get sick of him in movies and in anything he's in, really, I would get sick of him very quickly, but he never seemed to overstay his welcome in this, so that was fantastic. The Stanley cameo, which I will not ruin, is so far my favorite one ever. Mostly because the context is not a way in which I don't see Stan Lee in that position, so it being that point in the film where the cameo was, it caught me off guard and I lost it. In regards to the humor, it's very childish, but it's very Deadpool. There's no getting around that this guy isn't the witty quip thrower that Spider-Man can sometimes be, and the humor is very much in the gutter. And the entire cinema, when I went to see it, okay, no one was disappointed by these jokes. They're actually pretty fucking funny, and some of these extremes that they're taking to, in terms of like sex jokes and masturbation jokes, are just phenomenally good. Just fit it so damn well. Can't really think of anything else to say that isn't spoilerific, and I don't really want to do spoilers as a part of the review process for myself, at least at the moment, while one person is watching. Maybe, I don't know, we can dream. So on a scale of 1 to 10 X-Men, 10 obviously being the best, it's a definite 9. The story, not super strong, but the acting, sound design, the visuals, all really good. But the villains were a bit lackluster. One was quiet, brooding, and the other one was British. So, relying very much on the shorthand for villains. So 9 out of 10. It's a really fucking good movie. See it in the cinema. You absolutely should. It's going to be the best experience to see it in, because the cinema, big screen, loud noises, what have you. And yeah, that's it. I'm now just rambling. So Deadpool movie, go see it, and thanks for watching.